Rob Zombie has released a Munsters movie, and let me tell you, it feels like a love letter to the old series, and I love it because I love the Munsters. That is exactly my brand of spooky. And it ends with the Munsters coming into the house where they live in the show, kind of setting up the whole movie as a prequel. And they go out the next morning after buying the house, which, let me tell you, it's not that easy. But anyway, they get sight of their neighbors, and they realize that their neighbors are not what they expected. Their neighbors, by their standards, are not normal. Today on Geek Devotions, we're talking about loving your neighbors. Hello and welcome to Geek Devotions, the show from devoted geeks who are devoted to letting people know that they are loved. I'm Celeste, and we are so glad that you have hit play today. Do me a favor, hit that like button, hit the share button, all the things. Check out our socials. If it's a social media, we're there. Also, next month, we will be doing our theme month for October, and the theme is Addams Family Devotion. We are so excited to do Addams Family Devotion and prep ourselves for Wednesday, the show, not the day. Although prepping yourself for a Wednesday is always a good thing. Like I said in the intro, the Munsters movie is a prequel to the original series, and it has that campy, ridiculous humor feel to it, as well as several nods to the series. The movie ends where the series begins, with the Munsters residing in the house that is where they live in the comics. Not the comics, the show. It was a show. Was it a comic? I'm gonna have to research that now. And down a rabbit hole I go.
Dallas here cutting in. I did some research for Celeste. Yes, The Munsters was a comic book, although not originally. After the success of the television show in 1965 to 1968, they put out a 16-issue series of The Munsters that you can find in different places. I don't know how good it is. Haven't read it, but yeah, that's the thing. So Celeste isn't technically wrong.
Anyway, the next day after they move in, they go outside and they see all of their neighbors, and it's a very lovely neighborhood, but it's not what they consider to be normal. So they have this mental block. Herman and Grandpa Munster have this block against talking to people. They don't want to talk to anybody. They don't want to handle anybody because they're just so different. And Lily says that, and I'm not quoting verbatim because I don't remember exactly what she said, but she says that they need to go out and treat their neighbors how they want to be treated, is the gist of it. They need to treat them with kindness and with love. So my brain goes, oh, that's like Matthew. In Matthew 5:43 through 44, it says this: "You have heard that it was said, 'You shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy.' But I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you." So we may not be in the same situation as the Munsters, but as Christians, we're not of this world, just like they were not of the world that they were in. They were different. And we are called to be different. We're called to love our neighbors and to pray for those who persecute us. We're called to pray for everyone, because part of loving your neighbor is praying for your neighbor. So really, we just need to pray for everybody. Just blanket, everybody needs prayer, and everybody needs love. You know, that's the whole mission of Geek Devotions, is to let people know that they're loved, because God loves everybody, and everybody can be our neighbor. You know, some people think that neighbors are only the people who live near you, and that may be the case. You may have a great community with your neighbors, but it's also the people you see every day. It's also the people who go to the grocery store with you. It's the people at Walmart. Lord help the people of Walmart. But the point is that we are called to love our neighbors. And You know, when the Munsters in the series, oftentimes their neighbors were scared of them. They would run away from them. They didn't want to have a relationship, but they had a way about them that was very kind, very loving, and that's how we're supposed to be with everyone. Now, understandably, we're humans, so that's difficult sometimes to be nice to everybody, and there's grace, but the attempt needs to be made. The thought needs to be in our head that we should be kind and we should love everyone, even if we don't agree with them, even if they've been mean to us. Okay guys, that was the devotion for the week. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Also, to the side, maybe this side, I don't know, somewhere, are our lovely patrons. Because of their support, we are able to do so much stuff that we wouldn't be able to do if it was just Dallas and I. And they're awesome, and we love them, and we thank them. And you, for as little as $1 a month, could be a part of this awesome group of people. Don't forget that next month we're doing Adam's Family Devotion in preparation of the Wednesday show. So excited. But now, it is time for the question of the week. The question of the week is this: did you enjoy the Munsters movie? Have you seen it yet? We were a little put off by the fact that it wasn't coming to theaters. I think it's kind of cool, but we went to go buy tickets and there were no tickets, and I was like, well, why is this movie not in theaters? I don't understand. I think this is probably the first direct to DVD that I've watched in a long time, and it's definitely the first direct-to-DVD that I've enjoyed as much as I did in a long time. Okay guys, all that being said, stay devoted, peace and love.